What is the fate of that baby elephant just born at the Oregon Zoo? A newspaper investigation found that the elephant is actually owned by a company that rents out elephants for movies and parties.
Animals unaware of the human drama over the baby's future.
A baby elephant born in the Oregon Zoo last week, and the calf has stirred up a huge controversy. There's the baby. Take a look at that little guy. Oh, 300 pounds of her. I guess it's a her. The zoo has a contract with a for-profit group called Have Trunk Will Travel, and technically they are reportedly the owners of this baby elephant. There was an uproar when people thought the baby could be separated from her mom and taken to this group that rents elephants out for parades and corporate events. And now both the zoo and the group say this baby will be staying at the zoo with her mom. But lost in all of that talk is the fact that we're talking about who owns this elephant. Critics and animal rights advocates, and I count myself as an animal rights advocate, say we shouldn't talk about ownership when it comes to animals. She shouldn't be behind bars in a zoo or a traveling show at all. She belongs in the wild, or at the very least in a sanctuary that mimics the wild, where she can run free and feel like she's in the wild. Straight out to Jan Creamer, president of the Animal Defenders International. What do you think is wrong with this situation and the way in which this beautiful little elephant child has been born into this world?
Well, what horrifies us, Jane, is that Gary and Carrie Johnson, the owners of Have Trunk Will Travel, who own the father of this baby, have been caught on video, electric shocking their elephants with stun guns and beating them with bull hooks. But the point about this is that although the zoo have said that they mean to keep this baby, the fact is that Have Trunk Will Travel is the legal owner, and they haven't given up any ownership rights. So what happens a few years down the line when Have Trunk Will Travel say to themselves, well, some of our old elephants, they're getting a bit too old to work. Why don't we just collect one that we've left around in a zoo somewhere? What we want to see is Have Trunk Will Travel actually legally give up their rights to this baby.
On the other side, we're going to get Have Trunk Will Travel's answer, and everybody involved in this is invited on our show anytime to discuss this very important issue, what I believe is the social justice movement of the 21st century, animal advocacy, the first movement that cares about a species not its own. More on the other side. Animal Defenders International released a video claiming that Have Trunk Will Travel abused elephants. We're going to show you that video in a second. Calls made to Have Trunk Will Travel were not answered, but in an earlier response, they said, we're unwavering in our commitment to elephants. We stand by our care and training methods. We're proud of our contributions to elephant welfare and conservation, and claim the videos were heavily edited and released 6 years earlier. So what is your response to that, Jan Creamer, Animal Defenders International?
I would like to know what point of that video they think is acceptable when they're talking about editing. We've filmed them for a long time, and we've done a 9-minute summary.
All right, you know what? We're having trouble with your statement because of the sound, but I got to tell you, I don't think that animals should be treated this way. I don't think animals should be commodities. I don't think animals should be traded like widgets. These are sentient, feeling creatures. They deserve rights. Let's get them some.